My number one pound for pound active best fighter has to be Islam Makhachev. I can never pick against Islam Makhachev, man. He has no deficiency in the way he fights. Grappling, excellent. Takedown, excellent. Striking, excellent. Fight IQ, excellent as well, guys. The guy hasn't lost since 2015 and is fighting in the lightweight division. Lightweight division is one of the most brutal division in the UFC. And you know why? One of the reasons is most average human beings fall into the lightweight, featherweight as well, and bantamweight, and kind of welterweight as well. But most people fall in lightweight. There's so many lightweight fighters, so many of them. And imagine you keep beating everyone, keep beating and beating everyone. How is that possible? That is tough to do. That is so tough to do. Like, Islam Makhachev has beaten some of the greatest. Volkanovski twice, Poirier, even Arman Tsarukyan, that I think is one of the toughest challenge for both Islam Makhachev if they fight today, and Ilia Poirier himself. And I hope they make that fight, Ilia Poirier and Arman Tsarukyan. That is the fight I want to see next for Ilia Poirier. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Islam Makhachev is disciplined. The camp that he came from. Imagine having Habib around, Habib, you know how serious Habib takes this. Like, you know how apparently the training in that camp is ridiculously hard. And then you're mixing that with skills. You're mixing that with basically determination, everything, man. Islam Makhachev is my number one pound for pound fighter still. I understand if you pick Ilia Poirier, I'm not mad at it. Ilia Poirier is another killer. Ilia Poirier is another killer. I'm not going to lie about that. I know he's busted open Volkanovski, busted open Oliveira, and busted open Max Holloway in no particular order. But I still want to see more. I want to see him fight someone like Arman Tsarukyan. I want to see him fight that guy. See how he gets on. But again, I understand if that's your number one pound for pound. He also deserves it. You're talking about 1A and 1B, really. But my 1A is Islam Makhachev. I just can't go wrong. I can't pick against him. You know what I mean? Maybe when he fights JDM and loses, okay. I know he's moving up a weight class, but if you move up a weight class and you lose, there's a bit of dent. Like if you want to be calling yourself the number one pound for pound. You know what I mean? There is a bit of a dent if you go up and you lose. And also, I still want to see that fight, Islam Makhachev and Ilia Poirier, because we're saying Islam Makhachev is number one pound for pound. Another person is saying is Ilia Poirier. Let both of them fight and we're going to find out who the number one pound for pound really is. You know what I mean? And there's still other guys coming as well. Merab is not far off, guys. Merab is not far off pound for pound. I'm telling you. If Merab keeps winning and these guys lose, Merab is going to become your number one pound for pound. That's just how the cookie crumbles, like, you know what I mean? But for the contest of this today, end of July 2025, my number one pound for pound still remains Islam Makhachev, except something happens in the next couple of months and I'm entitled to change my mind. Guys, let me know what you think. Who is your number one pound for pound? Leave a comment. Let me know. Take care, subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys at the next one.